Shalom, 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 Israel, shalom. This is your brother Ariah Israel right here again for Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I just want to come in here momentarily and just want to share something with you, brothers and sisters. It was the last video that I did, and I was talking about where's the book of Yahshua, aka Jesus, and things, right? And one thing, there was two comments. There was two comments, and I want to address one of them dealing with the book of Psalms, actually, today, the book of Psalms. But the one thing I want to, somebody had asked me, do I study the Bible? Have I ever studied the Bible? Well, you see, there's several that I have right there. The Hebrew Bible, have the Chumash, Jewish Study Bible, and there's several that I have. So my answer to them, I'm gonna say, no, I never read the Bible. I just got these just for decoration. No, I never studied the Bible. All of these are just for decoration. You know, y'all know I'm being sarcastic, right? Yeah. So to ask me, have I ever read the Bible? Because I was asking y'all, where's the book of Jesus? Boy, I tell y'all, man, I gotta say, man, some of you Christians out there, y'all something else, boy. When y'all be trying to defend that Yahshua, that Jesus, and we go in and show y'all it don't fit from the Tanakh where y'all be trying to come from, and it lead me to, and see, here's some more things that I had never read. I had never read this one either, y'all. I had never read none of this stuff. Like I said, I'm playing around, y'all. I actually have. But, you know, that person gonna ask me, have I ever studied the Bible? All of these videos that I have on here, on this channel, dealing with biblical subjects and scriptures, and he would ask, have I ever studied the Bible? Okay, that's enough of that. But the reason I'm doing this video today is because somebody, it was a discussion, somebody was sharing, talking about Jesus, trying to talk about Jesus again. I'm just going to say Jesus, y'all. I ain't going to go on all of the Hebrew name, but Jesus, right? And they shared something from the book of Psalms, talking about who was this. I forgot I forgot what actually chapter it were in Psalms, and they like, who is this talking about? And I was like, well, it sure ain't Jesus. It's sure not talking about Jesus. And I said, man, then I told them too, man, hey, stop using the book of Psalms is not a prophecy book, and this is what this video is about today. The Psalms, the book of Psalms, is not a prophecy book, and they actually hit me back talking about to be, well, they know I don't know what I'm talking about. They know I don't know what I'm talking about when I say the book of Psalms is not a prophecy book. They say either I'm a liar, and or even I'm just unlearned, or I'm unlearned. So here's today what I want to show. And this is where a lot of brothers and sisters around here, especially from these camps and all of this stuff, and Messianic, I'm just saying the Messianic movement. And because they have to try to use the book of Psalms to try to justify their so-called Jesus and all of this type of stuff, and talk about he was prophesied that he was going to come. So they misquote Psalms and many other books and take things out of context, as we always know. So let's go in here and look at here, because he said that I was lying to the people. I was unlearned because I said the book of Psalms is not a book of prophecy. Because I told you, you hear some of them on the corners talk about, go to the book, read the book of Psalms. See, and the Lord said, and like this is going to happen. They read some from Psalms and said, like we read Isaiah, because we know those are prophetic books and things of that nature, right? Now, here's something. I'm going to start off with this one. Some simple. You can get this book at Walmart, any Bible bookstore. There's just one right here, the Complete Guide to the Bible, right? Now, and it goes through a breakdown of every book is in, basically what we say in the Bible, right? We just go to every book. Now, here's something right here, what it says about dealing with the book of Psalms. Dealing with the book of Psalms, here's what it says, right? See, it says, singing the blues to God. Singing the blues. I'm going to use this title, God, today, right? Just for conversation purposes. Singing the blues to God. In Bible times, Psalm was the closest thing the Jews had to a hymn book. It says, written on leather scrolls, Psalm is a collection of 150 songs, prayers, and sacred readings that the Jews use and worship. Now, they're going to use this type in this book. They're going to keep saying Jews, so we ain't going to trip out about that. But you see, what they say that Psalms is, right? And what Psalm consists of. What does it say anything about this is a book of prophecy? And I'm going to show y'all from different Bibles too. I'm going to show y'all introductions on different Bibles. And but anyway, you see, it's a collection of 150 songs, prayers, and sacred readings. Let's drop down right here. It says many people think of Psalms as a praise book. As a what? Is it? Didn't it say anything about prophecy? No, it does not. It says as a praise book. Jews, in fact, called the book the Taladim. Talalim. My bad, y'all. Shalakia. Shatalim. I mean, in Hebrew, for songs of praise. You see that? And meaning for songs of praise. And readers will certainly have a lot of songs praising God in Psalms. But there also find many complaining to him. You see this? Y'all see this? This is saying nothing about anything that this is a prophetic book. Don't say nothing about that. Let me see here. Let's go right here. Let's start right there. It says Jews recite or sing some of these psalms at home, in worship services, and at temples. Jews also, let me see, sang selected psalms for special occasions such as weddings, religious holidays, festivals, and the coronation of a king. You see this? So this is one they're saying that Psalms is basically used for. And if anybody do know, like, then you go to any temple service or whatnot, and you will see when they open up, like even some services on like special Shabbat, we open up reading things and songs out of the book of Psalms, right? The Tabernacle. Now, here's my complete Jewish study Bible, and here's something from the introduction that it has an introduction about. Because every one of these books, it has an introduction, tell you what the book is actually about. Now here we go again. You see the name at the top, y'all? Talalim. You see it? Talalim. Psalms, as they say, Psalms. Right, what it says in the highlighted area. Psalms, titled "The Book of Praise" by the Jews. Songs and prayers put to music and accompanied by a various string instruments. Wow, I still don't see nothing about saying this is a prophetic book. This is about prophecy. What it says again, brothers and sisters, songs and prayers. 150? But y'all see that right there, right? Okay. Now, let's go right fast. Let's go to King James. The old King James. Everybody love that old King James, especially these Messianics. They love King James. So I have a King James. This is a, what is this? The Spirit-filled King James Bible by Nelson Publication. And that has an introduction to what the Bible, what Psalms is about, going into Psalms, right? So let's see what it says. Let's see what it has to say. It says the author. The book of Psalms is a compilation of several ancient collections of Hebrew songs and poetry. Through what? Again, the Hebrew songs of poetry. And I told him that Psalms is just, it's not a book. Prophecy, excuse me, it is a book about poetry, songs, and things like that, and prayer. I don't want to try to tell him. But no, I don't know. Brother Ariel do not know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. He said, I'm lying. Because number one, he that individual has to try to, and just like a lot of the Messianics, let me show y'all something out of here right fast too, right? And they got to try to use something again to try to prove Jesus, especially down on the cross. Y'all know Psalms 22, right? Especially y'all know the famous Psalms 22 when they talk about he pierced his hand and his feet. So they got to try to see. That's why they need that prophecy. Like even there, they got to use Psalms because of what somebody lied, copied and pasted and placed into places like Matthew and all of this stuff, and said what happened on the when he's supposed to have been crucified, right? Now with this book here, see it, this is a breakdown here. right? Especially like it goes to this is Bibles just done by Christians. I mean, these books are just done by Christians. You can get them at any bookstore, Walmart again, Walmart, Bible bookstores, like I say, Bible charts, maps, and timelines. And in this, when it goes in here, see, it will show you how the Bible, basically they're going to show you how they're composed through like Christian sources and everything, right? But they give you, like they said, the Pentateuch. You know, the Pentateuch, the Torah. They give you like how they have the order and like who, like right here they said like Genesis. And what is it about? Talking about the beginning of creation, where and when it was so called written and whatnot, right? They give you that outline. So and then they give you, I like this here, because like exactly how, like the Tanakh is actually written. They give you the Torah, and then they'll go over here in this, and they give you the historical books, right? The history books, and things of this nature. And like, because y'all see kings and all of that, right? And so over here, what collection of books that we see over here? I'm trying to pull it out so y'all can see. We're here. What we have, if you read right here, you have this collection of Bibles, and this is how I would say Jewish collection or Tanakh selections are actually canonized. You would have the Torah, you have the book of the prophets, and you have the writings. You would have the writings. Now, if I pull this out right here, pull this out, and you will see. I'm trying to do this with my phone. I had to do this with my phone like this here today, brothers. So excuse me about the way I got to do it. See, in this what is called the Ketuvim, the writings. It's called the Ketuvim. This is the section that's called the Ketuvim, right? And the first one is in the Ketuvim, or the book of the writings, is what? Psalms, the book of Psalms. So, right, y'all see that. I'm trying to hurry up because I'm not going to do no long, drawn-out video today, especially when I got to hold the phone like this. So, y'all see that, right? And this is how the collection is done. So, with this here stone Tanakh, it'll be the same way. If I open this up, you'll see it's written the same way. You'll see where it has Torah. Thus, they say the first 5 books, and then they said the prophets, the Nethabim, and then the Ketuvim, which is the writings. And the writings will be, and I'm getting ready to go back and show you. I'm trying to put this back in here right fast. Now, this would be the Ketuvim. The Ketuvim, the writings. The writings. And what does this say? Poetry and wisdom. The 5 poetry and wisdom books include hymns, proverbs, poems, and drama. They illustrate the creative way that the people of Israel express themselves to God and to each other, right? So we see what book they have first. Oh, and this one, I'm glad I got to this. Even when you're reading book of Job, people think of Job was a historical person now. Even with this, right? It tell you book of Job is a teaching lesson, because all of these are teaching lessons that we can learn from. But even with the book of Job, there was no actual Job. This is actually what they would have. Again, is poetry or wisdom books. Wisdom books that you can learn from these stories. Like I said, you got to learn the principle. That's why I like things in the Bible, like I tell brothers and sisters, whether people especially in the Kemetic community, they always want to talk about, did this person really exist? Did they really exist? And all of this stuff, you're trying to dig up bodies and all of this stuff, man, been dead thousands of years ago. And, but anyway, trying to let people desecrate your ancestors' burial grounds just to prove a point that this person exists, which is crazy to me. But anyway, so we have this, whether that person existed or not. When we read the stories, they're all for learning. It's all for the learning. Get the principles behind the story. I don't care if that person existed or not, technically, because these things were written for wisdom for us to learn from. If you go in it for that matter and just trying to look and try to find that this person, Abraham, really existed, read the story and dig into the principles behind the story, right? But to get back, we will see the Psalms, because this is what we talked about, Psalms, right? What does it say? Who was these Psalms written by? Who are, as most of them could contribute them to. Y'all see it? Y'all see that they have even the names who they was written or composed by. And what is it about? So they give you the who, the what, the where, the when. Y'all remember we learned it in school, didn't we? And what is it about? What is the Psalms about? What did it say? Poetry and Psalms. Wow. See that? See that again? Poetry and Psalms. All right. So let's go down and say key verse. Key verses. My mouth will speak the praise of Yahweh. Let every creature praise his holy name forever and ever. So, but anyway, but see, if we even go back over here, and they would say, what? I mean, come on, so where? Well, where we at? What? What is this? What is Job? Story of perseverance. How to persevere. Great information. So we even look over here, Proverbs. What is it? Book of Wisdom. Ecclesiastic. What is it? A book of wisdom. Again, we got songs. What? Love poems, Psalms of Psalms. So what collection is this in? Right? Psalms is a part of the what? Poetry and wisdom book. So when you're trying to say today, let's see, y'all see the major prophets, right? The major prophets, and then you also have the minor prophets, and you see the books. Let me go back slow. You see the books that are part of the major prophets, right? See which books that compose of those, and then you will have minor prophets, in which books that consist of the sections of the minor prophets. Let's see here, and they have even the New Testament thing. Like I said, these things are put together by Christians anyway. But the whole point that I'm coming to show is, since I was told I was a liar, I was lying, didn't know what I was talking about. I just, I had to do it just come in here just to show. Was I really lying? I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no clue. When I have all these Bibles that's in it. Unless every Bible, that person somehow, their teacher or wherever they get their information from, they know more than everybody else who have written these Bibles and had put it into these introductions. I know this is so-called Jewish Bible, but I had a King James version that show you. I can pull out many more. Let me see here. Pull out my Ostros, and I gotta look. Excuse me, y'all, for a sec. I gotta pull out like I can't see it. Let me see what Ostro has in here in their introduction of Psalms. Right. Let's see what we got here. It says for nearly 3,000 years, every situation in Jewish life have been reflected in King David's book of Psalms. Yeah. So let's see, where did it go? Okay, I'm trying to look through the phone to even read how to read it. But see, they don't give you. They don't say, well, it's like, like the other ones say. But you see, it's talk about musical instruments and all of these type of things in here. They don't go in like some of the other ones and say, it's a book of prophecy. I'm trying to scan a book of not prophecy. I'm sorry, like poetry, prayer. They don't really go into that on this one in detail like that. But they just give you, how it was utilized a little bit, how it was composed, like some music thing. But I just come in here, brothers and sisters, just to talk, just show you out there today, from the different things I have going into that. Psalms, when y'all hear guys out here quoting, and let me go in here, let me find it since I'm in here, quoting Psalms and trying to utilize it as his prophecy. See, the Lord said he was going to do this, because I've been hearing a lot of them do that. See, the Lord said this, he was going to do this, so and so. Like, this is one they really have. Y'all know they try to, now, I need to get my King James Bible back out, because this is one they really be trying to go into, right? Y'all know this one. It's like, say, and they trying to say this was happening in the book of, when Jesus was saying this, they try to say this is a prophecy. This is why I say this is so important for them. let me get back, y'all. Let me see. This is why it's so important for them to try to use Psalms and things, like I said, to try to say it is prophecy. But see, Jesus fulfilled these type of things. He did fulfill these. So, like here, let's go. That's the King James Version, right? Now, the King James Version says, it says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me? And from the words of my roaring. Y'all see that? So where we find that at? See, there's the King James with a cross reference. So we find that Psalm 22 and Matthew 27 and 46, and also Mark 15 and 34, as they would have you thinking this is what supposedly been Jesus said on the cross, and says he fulfilled that. See, it was prophesied that he was going to say this. Y'all see this? This is why they got to say this is a prophecy. This is why they want to get. Oh, look. Where we at? Just look, for instance. Look. Right here. Look at the footnote. You see this? The Psalms is quoted frequently in the New Testament Gospels with reference to the crucifixion of Jesus. It parallels the suffering servant theme of Isaiah 53, which is a lie. And look at that. 22 and 1, we just read, right? What does it say? My God, while on the cross, the tortured Jesus cried out these words. Hell is totally separate. Hell is totally separation from God as a punishment for unrepentant. But anyway, y'all see that? What did it says that Jesus cried out these words. I told you this is why this is why they wanted to be, because they've been lied to. The people been lied to and told that this is what it is. So even here, this is my complete Jewish study Bible, and this is what it says: my God, why have you abandoned me? Why so far from helping me? So far from my anguish cry. Now this is a messianic Bible. This is a messianic Bible. So just like a lot of them are, they messianic. And now let's see what this messianic Bible says. It says this at the footnote. This verse was on the lips of Yahshua as he was suffering and dying. Y'all see that? So even this here has a lot of great study tools from a Jewish standpoint, but this is for Messianic Jews. It is for the Messianic Jews. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, brothers. Let me get now. This one is not. This is not a Messianic. This is not a Messianic Tanakh at all. Give me 1 second. I gotta find Psalms in here, and we're gonna pour that out in here and see. Well, let's go to Psalm 22. So forgive me how I have to, for the video, how I got to record today, brothers and sisters. Because I had to do the physical books instead of like I usually would do, pull it out on eSword. And so I had to try to do it like this today and going solo. Now, this here, now let me show y'all this one here. This is the Jewish Study Bible. Right, the Jewish Study Bible by, I think, was it Oxford? Yeah, by Oxford. And let's get Psalms. Y'all see the Psalm 22 here and what it says. We already know what it says, but let's look over here to the note. This is why I like a lot of these here, but these footnotes. And let's see what I'm trying to get to the part. That's a long footnote. We don't want to go through the whole long footnote. Let me see here. Let's go. What they say is this. This psalm does not have any. Excuse me. Let me go back. This psalm does not have the same significant place in Jewish tradition that it has within Christianity. Where the beginning words of verse 2, partially in Aramaic translations, are the last words of Jesus on the cross, according to some gospel traditions. Jewish traditions interpret this psalms as a lament by David over the future exile, according to Rashi. That's one of the, as they say in Jewish, one of the Jewish sages, as they say. More significance, the threat against the Jews by Haman in the book of Esther, various rabbi. But y'all see this though, where it says that This is Jewish tradition interpret the Psalms as a lament by David. Nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing to do with Jesus, as he was talking about you. The traditions of the Jewish tradition is way significantly different than what the Christians would tell you. And this is why Christians have to have, they want to have Psalms 22 as a prophecy. It's like, y'all see how those Bibles, this Jewish study, this Messianic Bible, they try to pad what they have in the footnote. In the King James Bible, having a footnote to lie and says about him. But if I pull out any one of these other ones, that's only Tanakh only, that's done by the so-called Jews, in all of the study notes, you will see they're talking about David and nothing about no Yahweh Shai, nothing about none of that, right? So let me go back one more time. I'm gonna hurry up and get out of here, brothers and sisters. Hurry up and get out of here. Psalms one more time. Let me go to Psalm 22 in here. And I need to even go to, should I even put out what he say? Oh, yeah, since I'm in here, because the book I got by Rabbi Toby Senior, he even go in there, and they break that down, how they talk about, like they pierce my hand and my feet. They changed those words. Let me see here. This is my God, my God, my God, why have you forsaken me? We already know that part. I'm trying to go and see what he says in the notes on here. Well, they really don't have too much notes on that, Psalm 22 and 1. They don't have really too much notes on that one. But it was one that I want to get into. Excuse me. I'm trying to hurry up, brothers and sisters. Because when they talk about they pierce my hand and my feet, there we go. Let's look at this one. I got to go to Psalm 22, verses 16, where they're going to go. Now, check this out. This is right here, what they want to highlight to. 16. Let's see your Psalm 16. Now, what did it say? For the dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierce my hand and my feet. Y'all see that? They pierce my hand and my feet, verse 16. Right? And where we go and we can find it at, right? Keep Matthew 27:35. Now, they're trying to say again, this is when Jesus was on the cross and this is what happened. Don't they say they pierced his hand and their feet? Right? Don't they say that? Let's go to really what a real the Jewish Bibles would say and how they translate that. 16:22. Dogs are all around me. A pack of villains close in on me like a lion at my hands and at my feet. Wait a minute. What happened to they pierce my hand and my feet? What happened to that? That is the way King James have did it, to translate that again, to make it seem like it's talking about Jesus being crucified. Now, you think I'm playing? I can go in here to various Bibles I have over here, and they're going to show you something different. Let me pull out my scripture Bible. I hadn't did this in a while. I got a scripture Bible. Like I said, y'all bear with me with this camera thing right today. Please bear with me. That's how I got it. Because y'all got to go and look that up, really, how they've done that. How they actually did a lot of these Bibles, and they took stuff out of context. Okay, what did I get it at? Let me go back to my Stone Tanakh, right? Because the King James is the one, and some that follow suit with King James. But when you know it from the Hebrew language, it's not going to say, talking about they pierced my hand and my feet, and it wasn't talking about like somebody human. Now, let's go here. Let's get it. This would be verse 17 in here, the Stone Edition. It said, for dogs have surrounded me, a pack of evildoers. I'm trying to say, a pack of evildoers enclosed me like the prey of a lion are my hands and my feet. They don't say anything about no hands and feet being pierced. Now again, even with this one, this is a Messianic Bible. This again, like I said, is a messianic Bible, but you see, they have it as the original Orthodox. I'm gonna say really Orthodox. Tanakh has it, how it's translated. Even though this is messianic, they believe in the Jesus thing and down on the cross. Why didn't they still put they pierce my hand and my feet, right? Because I was about to say, well, see, that's a Jewish Bible. No, but remember, this is the messianic. This is a messianic Bible. And for you see where it says insight for Jews and Christians, and it even has on some parts on here where it says message. But this is what it's actually translated into. Like a pack of villains close in on me, like a lion at my hands and my feet. Not they pierced my hand and my feet for being on the cross, somebody being nailed to the cross. And actually, what was this story, this whole story of Psalms 22 is talking about? As we read earlier, this is it's talking about David. This is talking about brother King David. Not as y'all will say, y'all King Jesus. It's talking about David. Yeah. So get context, brothers and sisters. Get the context, and those of you, y'all got to learn. So that somebody asked me, have I ever studied the Bible? Have I ever studied the Bible? I don't think some of them have studied the Bible. You listen to people teach you what it says, but you hadn't actually studied the Bible. Y'all hadn't studied the Bible yourselves. That's what it is. Y'all letting people tell you stuff, going to these so-called classes and doing scripture breakdowns, but you're not studying it. You're not truly studying. So like somebody asked, like I said again in the beginning, when somebody asked me, have you ever studied the Bible? Like I said, no, I ain't never studied the Bible. All of them right there, I never studied the Bible. All of those are just decorations I bought. I just spent a lot of money buying decoration. I just like to collect Bibles. I never studied none of them. Right? Come on, man. Yeah, I've studied the Bible. Plenty. You see that. I got plenty. Let me show you something else. Yeah, I study. So talking about I have a lack of understanding. You can tell I don't have no understanding. I spend my money on my education. Even, what is this here? See that? I got all Josephus. I got the whole work. I spend my money for my education. So do I study the Bible? This is what y'all messianic. You need to get there. Let it get biblical. Learn some stuff. So yeah, I have. And this is what y'all truly need to learn. How to do real hermeneutics. Learn how to study the Bible. Learn, how to stop all that eisegesis and learn how to do exegesis. Learn how to do the proper biblical hermeneutics, man. That's what y'all need to do. And quit proof texting. So when you ask me that, yeah, I study. Yes, sir. I even still got my old stuff from Dr. York back in the days. So yeah, that's just some of the library. Archaeological books on archaeology, biblical archaeology. So yeah, do I study? Yes, sir, indeed I do. Yeah, but like I said, man, get y'all knowledge up. Learn. Look at things, man. Learn and get your two. So yeah, Psalms again. So the whole point of this thing, man, Psalms is not no prophecy book. It's not a book of prophecy. It may be some things, because he talking about, yeah, see, a lot of things have been prophesied. Came to pass from the book of Psalms. Yeah, we might can find a lot of things that don't happen that some people said. Ned the Wino on the corner probably said some stuff that don't came to pass that don't happen. But you know what I'm saying? Was he a prophet? You know what I'm saying? Was he a prophet? So yeah. But anyway, I'm out of here, brothers and sisters. Shalom.